everyone. Welcome to my story. And yeah, it has, I think this, we can call it like the new world or the new phase because the meeting ID has been changed. Some people still log on uh, to their old one. Hopefully, uh, have participants today. So, welcome all of you. And okay, let me see. We have Bettina, Ali Ibrahim, and Yoluvar Ayomi, Fatmata, Balokan, Amy, Adele, and Murasisu, and Adrian. So welcome all of you. If you were not here last time, we had some little problems because the meeting actually stopped 2 times. They started the meeting like 20 minutes earlier. So it's into the sessions. We needed to rejoin the meeting, and uh, during the meditation, right after I finished, then it stopped again. So hopefully this won't happen today. For sure, it won't happen. But we need to sacrifice the old meeting ID for the new one. Okay. All right. So today, before we begin the sessions, I think I haven't done this for some weeks, but if you remember, during the first months, we shared about the amount of days we have left, the amount of days we have left until the new year 2026, and the amount of days that we still have left till we move to 2026 is 147 days. So hopefully things has gone great for all of you here. And I'm pretty sure that if you meditate regularly, like the mind is clear, the mind, then it won't be troublesome because usually a clear mind will attract positive things. Or maybe even if you're having some challenges, having a clear mind, having a purer mind, you will be able to have better solutions because the mind can see better when it is clear, right? If the mind is clouded and maybe there's some struggles and you try to think about good solutions to overcome them, it's going to be harder because the mind that is clear and relaxed will allow us to see better solutions. And these solutions will also have to be like the one that will not lead to negative consequences as well. Right? Because if any solution to negative consequences, although it might start better, but in long term, then we need to consider better long term consequences than just short term. Okay. So we are going to have some meditation together. I'm pretty sure that all of you have been here before. No one is new from the name. And to meditate, remember one thing that uh, every time you close your eyes, this is something that I just recently discovered, in fact, because we've been doing this online meditation, I assume, but once I got to guide people, and that was in the Belgium retreat here, and also I went in after the Belgium one to the northern part of Thailand, this is in Chiang Mai. And also after that, I went for a few places in Madagascar. And you can also see what participants come from Madagascar. Just by looking at their names, it was pretty long. you can you can make a guess of the list of people who are in this Zoom room at the moment. Anyone who have pretty long name, they probably are from Madagascar. Okay? But the point is, after like getting to talk to people, having human interactions with them, not just with the screen at the moment like this, I realized one thing. There's one realization that these days we are doing everything too quickly. We are doing everything like 2 or 3 times of the speed that we did a few years ago, or maybe like a decade ago. Things are quick, quick, quick. People want quick happiness, and the amount of patience that they have becomes significantly less. So, if you want to have easy meditation, try this. Okay? This is one tip. Try this. Try to breathe like 2 times or 3 times slower than what you normally do. It's just one realization that I did not mention, and I have been using this guide to a bunch of people that I met during this trip. During this 1 month in July, starting from talking to people in Belgium, and also to talk to the participants in Chiang Mai as well, and to Madagascar. Thing is that in Madagascar, people live a slower life, like not a slower life, but they usually call slow life, which is probably great, but still, this trick still works for them as well. As in the capital city, for example, here is the capital city, Antananarivo. They also live a faster pace than the other city. In the other city, probably I didn't need to mention much. Okay, you have to do things times slower, have to breathe 2 times slower. But I guess people from the rest of the world who are here that live in a fast pace would consider using this trick today. Okay, actually, when you begin a meditation, try to do things slower. Try to imagine that you live in a slow-mo world where everything is 2 times slower than before. There's nothing wrong with your internet connection, but it's just me that try to imitate how slower that would mean. That would actually, it's just an idea, okay? So there's nothing wrong with your internet connection at the moment. You don't need to quit the connection and so on. All right, so this is one thing that I like to share with you. Try to breathe like that before. Try to and also a little bit more patient with the result at the beginning. But well, that will come, especially if you breathe a little slower, do things a little slower, you go to the center slower than ever, and you will actually feel relaxed. That's one realization. And it became also like, you can say like it's a gut feeling or maybe some idea that came to me when people actually share that they didn't feel relaxed, or it takes longer time for them to feel relaxed. Yeah, because they still do everything according to the normal pace, which we try make it a little more over, a little more relaxing. Okay. All right. So that why do I show this pictures. Okay, I can show other pages as well. Okay, here another sessions that I went, and one of the most frequently asked question in the whole trip. Yes, you guess what question they asked me the most? What question is the most frequently asked question in July? Who asked me? Who in Madagascar asked me? Answer is why orange? That's the most frequently asked question. Why orange? Right. I hope you already got the answer, but yeah, that's what people ask me the most. And now I think we are ready for our meditation. Okay. So although it's not the meeting ID, but there will be nothing changed on the quality of the meditation. Sure. So let's begin our meditation for now. I'd like you to prepare yourself for an inner peace time. You can stretch a little bit, can go around, and you can look straight. That's also one important thing, to look straight, because this is how we're going to close our eyes in the most relaxing way. Look straight, as if you're resting your eyesight to a place that's very far, far away. Imagine that the place, the picture in front of you is the horizon, not the wall, not the room, but the horizon that is far, far away. Now you're going to begin blinking your eyelid, and again, try to do them 2 times over. Start blinking your eyelids as if the world is spinning much slower than before. The way that your eyelids are blinking 2 times slower might still be around your forehead, on your face. That's all right. Just blink your eyelids slowly and softly, and allow them to close the most comfortable way. Now you may relax. An easy way. Relax, adjust the way you breathe. Gonna do the same thing. Gonna breathe slower than before, softer than ever, so that you breathe comfortably, that you feel more relaxed, more comfortable. Breathe slower, softer, and deeper. as softly as you can, as slowly as you can. Just by adjusting the way you breathe, you can easily feel a bit more relaxed. The rhythm of the breath and the flow of relaxation, they are related. When you breathe slowly, at least 2 times slower than before, you easily feel more relaxed. And I would like you to spend a moment to relax all your muscles. Relax the muscles of your forehead, the muscles on your face, your cheek, your chin. Feel the flow of relaxation spreading to your neck and shoulders. Relax the muscles of your arms, your hands, down to your fingertips. Relax the muscles of your torso from your chest to your abdomen, your hips, your thighs, your knees, down to your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes, until you feel completely relaxed in every part of your body. Now that you feel a bit more relaxed, you don't need to worry about your body, your posture. Just let go and return to the awareness of the breath. You may breathe and adjust your breathing. Be mindful of the airflow. just by breathing 2 times, at least 2 times slower than before, and you are able to stay with the breath. It will become effortless to leave all other thoughts behind for a while. But of course, the mind might still wander because all impurities still remain. But I'd like you to keep returning to your breath, relaxingly. No need to worry about the amount of thoughts that still remain. Do not feel that you be unable to do this or you are doing something wrong. In fact, these inner voices are not yours. So don't listen to them at the moment. And if you keep returning to your breath, that now you breathe softly, slowly, and deeply, you naturally reduce the speed of your thought. And once you are able to stay not with the thoughts, but with your breath longer, the mind will feel lighter because every thought and uncomfortable feelings are being dropped completely from the mind. Then I would like you to follow the awareness of the breath all the way to the deepest turning point. And when you breathe as deeply as you can, your breath will arrive the middle of your abdomen. You're gonna observe when the breath reaches and touches an empty space at the center of your body. Keep repeating a few times and feel the breath touching the middle of your abdomen softly, gently, relaxingly. Repeat a few times more so that your mind begin to rest or begin to feel that the center is your home and the home of the mind is where it doesn't want to go anywhere else. Keep bringing the mind back and feel the breath touching the center of the body repetitively. And when the mind feels that the center is like its home, let's leave your attention there, resting still at the center of your body. And while resting the mind there, you might repeat the mantra. No need to worry about your breathing for now. Just breathe naturally. But for the mind resting at the center of the body, the mantra will become peaceful, ambient protection. And you may repeat either clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright. Or you may repeat in French, clair et brillant, clair et brillant, clair et brillant. Or maybe in Swahili, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata or Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Feel as if there is a wireless speaker playing the mantra soothing voice that is expanding from within you, and you are listening to the voice growing from inside, the one and the only voice you are paying attention to at the moment. Samma Arahang 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 There is one feeling so important, that is your contentment of staying here with the present moment, no matter what you are having in the meditation. They don't matter as long as you can stay content with where you are. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang สัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง When the mind is quiet, continue the resting at the center. If you are unsure where that is, just stay still right where you are. Feel content and do not compare the result. Comparing the result will make your mind the past, expecting anything, and your mind is in the future, appreciating the present moment, and your mind is in the present. And I like you to additionally visualize that your body is empty, or feel that your body has an empty space within you, that it has no bone, no muscles, no organ, nothing inside the body, nothing but the air. Then I would like you to imagine that within the empty space, something round, like a crystal ball or a bubble, is floating inside of your body as if it is an invisible organ that is a part of you. The center is your organ, and your attention is right there by visualizing a meditation object. Continue maintaining this feeling for as long as you can. Continue to visualize without expecting any clarity, whether it is clear or blurry, that doesn't matter. You may also repeat the mantra while visualizing the image. Samma Arahang 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 The way you visualize, it's like you are there dreaming. Nothing else is in this dream, only the presence of the image in your mind. Clear or blurry, that doesn't matter. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma อรหังสัมมาอรหัง I will leave you to continue being on your own for a moment until meditation comes to an end and we do loving kindness together. หังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง Now I would like you to imagine that the peaceful energy inside of you is expanding in all directions. Imagine that it is expanding to cover you and your room, people around you, and your house, people in your house, or maybe the whole building, people in the whole building. Doesn't matter who they are, you are willing to share this peace energy to all of them equally and unconditionally. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Imagine that you're sharing this peace energy to everyone in your city. Doesn't matter who they are. May everyone in your city be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Now imagine that you share the peace energy to everyone in your whole country and the neighboring countries. Doesn't matter who they are. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. And you share this peace energy to the entire world, to all countries in the world, regardless of their race, nationality, or belief. May everyone in the world be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Spread your love, your kindness, and peace energy to all living beings. For a while, and now the meditation coming to an end. You may take a deep breath in and out a few times. Breathe in, breathe out, long, softly, slowly. Feel the environment, everyone and everything around you. Feel every part of your body, and once you feel you are ready, you may softly, slowly open your eyes while listening to my blessing. สัพเพพุทธาภลปตาปัจเจกานัญจยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเจตระขังพันธามิสัพพโสเตยทรัตถาสกิตาวิรุณหาพุทธศาสเนอโรคาสกิตาโหทาสหสัพเพหิยาติภิสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภวันตุเต May all your wishes be fulfilled. Sapphe purentu sankappa. All of your dreams become true. Janto panaraso yatha. Like the full moon in the night sky. Mani shotiraso yatha. Or similar to a flawless crystal sphere. Now you may open your eyes. Right, then what about switching on your webcam and uh, and smile a little? Imagine that we are, and actually we are in a new Zoom room, and it doesn't feel any difference, right? So you can wait a little bit. So you can smile at the moment about 60%. And when more people open the webcam, then you can smile 100%. This is just warming. Okay? So smile. That is great. Smile. Okay. Great. Now I'm waiting to read your meditation experience. You can share by typing in the comment box. Okay, it'd be awesome to know Yomide say that it was an amazing session. I feel so refreshed. Okay, very happy for you, Yomide. What about the meditation? Much better than last time, right? Because okay, for those who were not here last time, the Zoom room actually had 40 minutes limit, and we needed to restart 2 times, like to ask everyone to rejoin. But eventually, it was well, I'm happy to see 80 people today. In fact, Finyoluwa say, I feel great, more relaxed and calm. You maybe say, thanks for the meditation. I had great and relaxing time. Okay, very happy to read and to to learn that. Elena or Godfrey, we have enjoyed and relaxed, and we feel relaxed. It was a wonderful moment for us. Okay, Elena said it was a nice, clean experience and also peaceful and loving. Okay, and Elsa Marine, a very good relaxation. I have to go to work. Okay, have a good day. Femi, I had an amazing time meditating. Maybe I'll elaborate a little bit more, like how amazing it was. If you also had, like some experience, you can also share them as well. And Mark say I had very deep, relaxing sessions. I saw now completely. Okay, Satu. Coach Joey Rogers say, thanks for the meditation. It was relaxed. And Uche, I had a very relaxing and peaceful meditation. And Wemibo, today meditation was really refreshing. And Joseph, the session was calming and relaxing. I was sleeping at a moment there, okay? Right? And Gabo, cloth, for sure it was an amazing session. My mind was refreshed and the whole body. And Bettina, it was a slower meditation in Switzerland. We have a part where people speak slower than the rest of the country. Okay, yeah, it's called the Dhammakaya accent. The Dhammakaya accent, right? Yeah, I learned that when I kind of started as well to speak a little slower with some lower tone or something. I felt comfortable in my body, no tension and inner peace and calm. Ayomitan, Michael, is that the same Ayomitan? I saw Ayomitan, but this is Ayomitan Michael. It was perfect moment for me to take a pause from everything and experience the peaceful and relaxing moment. Fayemi say, I felt so refreshed after meditation. I slept at some point, but I had to reset. It was amazing. And Femi, at first, some wandering thoughts, but it got better until my mind was calm and focused. I didn't have issues with my sitting posture and body pain. So it's really effective and calming. Excellent. Well, wow. So that's very much some good messages here. So today I'd like to share a little bit on, we say, the concept of happiness, right? The thing is that when we talk about happiness, we can talk about two kinds of happiness, secular happiness and, well, spiritual happiness. But, we still live in the world. So this kind of secular happiness is something that we shall maybe take a look at. And they are pretty much related. And I'm going to explain how related they are. First, having wealth. So there is no more happiness for many people. But let me tell you one thing before we dive deeper into this topic. I'd like you to imagine that today you have a lot of money, okay? Well, because, all right, this may not be totally relatable, or maybe they're gonna not be very easy to relate with. But if you imagine that today you're a rich man having a lot of money, that will make sense. And why is that? Because for many people, their happiness is, I see my bank account full of money, right? Yeah. If you don't agree with me, that's better than zero, perhaps. Because when we have resources, when we have money, for example, we can use that to buy things, our necessities, for example. They're not free, and they are increasingly becoming more expensive these days, especially Switzerland. I heard that it was 33 Swiss francs for, doing something over there. That's pretty pricey. So having money in a bank account, it will be guarantee happiness. You can say that if you have more money. And that's kind of misunderstanding as well, because some people thought that, like, if you're into spirituality, you will have no interest in, yeah, that might be true. But if you stay in both worlds, for example, if you stay in both secular world and maybe have some interest in the spiritual world, then this is something that we cannot totally avoid, right? But if you are 100% in the spiritual world, then that's another thing. So imagine that you're a rich man, you have a lot of money. The second happiness will come. The second thing in this category, which is to be able to spend, right? If you have a money, some people have a lot of money, but they cannot spend their money. If you have $1 billion, again, imagine that you're rich today, you're super rich, you have $1 billion. How are you going to spend that money? Just for McDonald's? Just for your electricity bill? No, you want to spend more, right? So people who have a lot of money will want to spend a lot more money, not just something that normal people will buy, like, food, grocery store, or maybe transportation, gas bill. They will think about spending more. Something more refined, something extraordinary, something that will make them more kind of experienced. Okay. And the point is, they're gonna keep spending more and more. It's not just normal shopping, but to buy something that usually some ordinary amount of money cannot buy. Maybe a big car, a bigger car. Well, if we talk about a fancy car, this car is super hard to get. It's called Bugatti. Anyone here who have Bugatti? Oh, maybe you can give me a ride one day, okay? Because I never sit in this car before. But the point is, this car chooses its owner. Oh, it doesn't have that artificial intelligence. The company will not just simply sell this car to anyone. They will pick the owner. They will pick the buyer. Imagine this guy who is his. I think many of you knows him, right? Many of you. His name is Cristiano Ronaldo. He has a lot of money, and really a lot of money. But he needed to wait for, I think, 1 or 2 years in order to get this car. Imagine that you are him, and you have a lot of money, but you cannot buy that car. And you just want to be one of the few owners who can afford this car. That might be a little frustrating, right? That you have the money, but you cannot buy it. Okay, so that's the point. The point is, um, the more money people have, the more they want to spend. They will not just want to spend very little, but they want to spend more and more and more. And if there's something that limits them from getting like this car, for example, but there might be more and things in these categories as well, then they're not gonna feel totally content with health, and yeah, maybe we'll seek to get something more, right? Okay, then, oh, now he has a car. I think, I'm not really sure, okay, but he has it. But imagine, okay, now we switch back into our normal self. There is one effect, and this effect is called the lipstick effect. The lipstick effect means that when there is economy challenge like these days, in 2025, we can say that it's not the best economical year, or where people will have their power to spend. in these last few years, it's harder. But one thing that they discover people buy more are lipsticks. Why lipsticks? Because people hesitate to buy something bigger. They're not going to buy a house. The economy is not great. They will not have probably capacity to pay for interest, or maybe to take loan from the bank and so on. But still, something so little like lipsticks that are not so costly if you don't think about expensive brand sell better, which means that buying is a part of, you know, our daily pleasure, right? And many there's many companies. So what am I talking about? Some something about the word, something about the word. Maybe you're not interested. When your mind feels content, you not want any lipstick now. I know. But maybe at some point being able to spend also makes people happy, right? Okay. And the thing is that these days, I'm not sure if you know these dolls. It's called La Boo Boo. Anyone? You don't know them? Okay. Okay. So we really live in an alternate world at all. Now, welcome to our spiritual world together. I don't know them very well either, but I know that the company that make this toy, they actually are very, very rich because when they sell these toys, they're gonna sell random stuff. Not this thing. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but it's not very easy to get any of those. So in UK, they say that these things, when they resell, it's like 10 times more than the original price, which actually makes some people crazy because they want to own one. They want to get the exclusive, not very easy to get one that is not in this ordinary style, maybe something different. And by using this selling technique, then they kind of make a lot of money. All right. But then by spending more, this this meme says checking my bank account after holiday shopping. Like anyone? Anyone who are like this? Let me see. Checking my bank account after my holiday shopping. Many people are. Many people say, me checking my bank account after holiday. Me checking my bank account after happiness first. When we talk about happiness first, yeah, people will agree that, okay, shopping is a thing, especially when it is time for SAEL, sales, SAELS, right? Sales. And tomorrow is a big day in some Eastern countries, for example, in Thailand. Why? Because they usually organize promotions on the date and the month number to be identical. For example, the first day of the first month, the second day of the second month, the third day of the third month, the fourth day of the fourth month, the fifth day of the fifth month, and tomorrow is the eighth day of the eighth month. It's going to be a big day for many people to buy things because, then this is going to be habits and people will slowly adopt and learn, which is hard to unlearn. But if that become the habits, many will buy more than they can afford. And that will lead to loaning and trying to get future money. Some people will take loans, some people will borrow money, some people will buy using future money. Okay. Well, that actually will give them shorter happiness, but that leads to the third category here, having no debt. Because when you have debt, and sometimes the interest rate can be surprisingly high, but still people will need to pay for that. Let alone, we talk about, okay, having a lot of money, but think about people who will need to afford just necessities and they don't have money to. Right? They need to take loan, and that's gonna be troublesome. Maybe they're gonna need to use their house or the land or maybe their car to be like the things that when they cannot afford to pay back in on time, that thing will return to the owner of the money, right? So that is not happiness. That is suffering, right? Then when this happens, it's even something worse than having that, which is having wrong livelihood. I'm not sure if you heard about this. It's so sad. I'm sorry to say something so sad today, especially now that you just mentioned that you're happy. But the sad things, we sometimes we also learn about something so that we are not going to repeat or follow this pattern or the idea. The saddest things is people sometimes they even sell their organ for money, right? And that's what we consider not to be right livelihood, but in fact, it is more like wrong livelihood. And this wrong livelihood can be, for example, selling organs, selling drugs, selling weapons. So all in all, they have 5 of them here. We call wrong livelihood. Dealing in slaves or human trafficking, for example, dealing in weapons, dealing in flesh or your own organ, dealing in drugs, and dealing in poisons. So these kind of 5 things are surprisingly still present in the world. We shouldn't have them, right? We shouldn't have them. But you can see how they evolved. They evolved from not having contentment in money you own or in resources you have. And when you spend, you're likely to spend more than what you need to, try to buy more things that people don't have so that you feel better. And eventually, maybe to have some debt, to borrow future money and not to use the present money. That's the key. Use your present money, not the future one, okay? And the last one, when all of this um, seems to be broken, all these principles, then they will do illegal work or maybe wrong livelihood. That will lead to a cycle of suffering here. Okay, so this kind of secular happiness do not sustain, which means that if you have internal happiness, inner peace, for example, you'll be able to stop this loop and not to expand together with problems that can come along. Okay, so hopefully this might not be related to some of many people here, because I know that now that you feel inner peace, you're happy. You don't even know what Bugatti Chiron is. You don't even know La Boo. You don't buy lipsticks, right? That's great. That's great. I don't buy lipstick either. But if you don't, then congratulations. You are one more step like a monk now. And now you understand why orange, right? And that's the frequently asked questions in Madagascar. Why orange? Okay. All right. So Let's read more. Adrian said it was intense, recharging energy. Okay, hopefully it's still clear and bright. And previous goal, it was relaxing and not. I was in noisy environment. I had to reset a couple of times. Couldn't get the instructions around me off. I feel calmer though. Yeah. The thing is that when you are in that intense environment, it's gonna be a little harder. But if you practice more, you'll be able to pay like maybe more attention within, and you will pay less attention to the distractions. Okay, this is about buying. This is about buying, but maybe you can get noise canceling headphone. That will help. Choose one that is not so expensive. Okay. Get on. I like relaxation. Feeling vibration. Thank you. Great. Is that the right way to pronounce your name? I'm sorry. I pronounce wrong names the whole time. Wrong pronunciation. I hope you don't mind me. Monkey Mark, I need to leave a little early. I have a Zoom call now. Wishing everyone good. Okay. How's his name is Soul. But sometimes it's very hard to know whether it's gonna be the first one, the middle one, and the last one. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Soul because it's easier. So also relaxing and calm, enjoy the sessions and feel relaxed. Dami Olar, I have relaxing and refreshing meditation today. Madel, it was very relaxing. Okay. Muda Sisu, thanks for amazing session. It was really refreshing. And Lena said I had to return to my office. Looking forward to the next session. And Diana, my meditation was wonderful and relaxing. I had to meditate with my eyes open because I was busy in the shop. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, fine. Hopefully you will also be able to do when your eyes can be closed as well, because when your eye opens, it's not going to be as powerful as when you can close your eyes. Okay. All right. Okay. So then we have as well Bettina. I want to give my money for those things. I want to make married with my money. Okay. Yeah, you live in an alternate universe. Alternative universe. Okay. Fenari, I had exactly wondering to the future when to remain at the present. It was a little hilarious. It's like you were reading my mind. I brought back my mind quickly, and okay, don't worry, I didn't do that. I felt more relaxed and content and appreciating the present. The meditation was relaxing. And Kim, his name is Kim, Kimmerling. But Kim is not from Korea. He's from Madagascar. You can see that the name and the last name are quite long. And the last name usually begin with the R. Ra something. That's Madagascan name. I like the meditation today. It was refreshing and relaxing. All right, so thank you very much for your comment. I hope you enjoyed the sessions. And welcome to our new house, new ID. Same room, same background, same monk, same chair. The difference is just the number, but that doesn't make any noticeable different experience. So, okay, happy to see all of you again, and we see you again next week on Monday. Okay. All right. So if there is no MC, then I will just say goodbye. And goodbye by Bettina. And how you gonna do that, Jesse? Okay, no worry. So I accept emoticon as well. By Bettina, by Christina Colland, by Fino, and Kochovi Roger, and Li Shuwi, and Yoon, and Kimmerling, and Chu. If I didn't meet him, I would say and so are. But actually, his name is just Tu. I don't know how they pronounce Tu, but that's how it is. Solo Tina, Diana Iluma by Jesse Uy, by Nayan and Faniri, not Faniri, Faniri, and by Michael and Uche and Claude Gabo, and by Hasselholm, by Godfrey and Daniel Ise, and Nante Naina, and Damilola, and Faith, and Bakari, Daniels, and Evariste, and Madhumita, and Madel, and Wa PDC, and Adrian, and Odunayo, and so, just so, and Daripu Mama, and Ade, Adek Benga, and Frankie Liu, and Deborah Lagos Peace Club, and Deanne and Sam Fang, and Pascaline, okay, Pascaline, oh, very nice name, and Omolola, and Niyobuhungiro, and Marlies, and Uvase, Amuhanga, and Bibo Talk, and Precious Peace, and Angelina Bay, and Shifa. Shifa, is that someone related to Shifu? Shifa. And Vanessa FR, not RW. Okay, Vanessa from France, and Gideon. Another Gideon. So we have Gideon 1 and Gideon 2. So by both Gideon 1 and Gideon 2. And by Feyemi. Okay, so goodbye for today.